Welcome back to Car Talks with Nathan. This episode, we're gonna talk about some crazy stuff. So, if you guys don't know what this series is, it's basically a series where we drive a cool car of mine and we talk about business, success, mindset, whatever it is. Johnny's got the questions. Johnny's the co-host. We're getting gas right now. This is gonna take a minute. And the gas goes so fast, dude. That big V8 supercharged. I don't even think I made it 100 miles on one tank, dude.
Bank account going down, bro.
No, this car making the bank account go up, dude. My happiness I get out of this thing is crazy. This is actually a brand new car. I just got this. Well, it's brand new to me. It's not actually brand new, but this is a GT500 Heritage Edition. These stripes are actually painted. So believe it or not, this is a $12,000 option from Ford, which is crazy to put on a Mustang. This thing is a beauty, dude. This car is beautiful. We're gonna look back at this car in 30, 40 years, and this thing is going to be an icon. What's your favorite car so far?
I think
Out of Car Talks.
so far it has to be this one, dude.
Really?
I think so.
Over the Ferrari?
Over the Ferrari.
Damn, you would pick this over the Ferrari?
So keep in mind, I'm holding the camera, comfortable seats,
Yeah.
and they have AC blowing through them. It sounds beautiful. It's fast.
It's not American muscle, dude. It's hard to beat American muscle. I'm a big Ford guy. Mustang was my first ever car I bought with my YouTube paychecks. Believe it or not, it was a 2010 Mustang GT. We're working our way up, dude. One day I'll get a Ford GT. One day. One day when I become successful. This car, if you're curious, only attracts dudes. If you want a Shelby GT500 because you think you're gonna pick up chicks, you're only picking up dudes. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is Car Talks. Johnny's gonna ask me some questions. I've never seen the questions before. But the cool thing about this is like, I get to drive a cool car and then you get to come along the ride with me. But at the same time, we get to talk about the important things. Success, mindset, business, like how to get better in life. Because at the end of the day, don't you wanna have a car like this in your own garage? What you got, Johnny? What you
Dude,
got?
let's do this, bro. I also want to mention Nathan doesn't know any of these questions at all, so it's straight off the dome for him.
Straight off the dome, right off the rip.
Question number one. If you could only keep 3 tools or pieces of gear to make content, what would you choose and why?
When you say tools, what do you mean by tools? Like a piece of tech?
It could be a piece of tech, it could be a camera, laptop, software.
If I could only have 3 tools. Sorry, I had to hit it. Oh my God. I mean, this is an easy question, bro. I would have a computer, a microphone, and a camera. Those are the 3 most important things. Because I need a computer to record things like video games and edit them, but I need a camera to capture video if I, want to do something outside. But I also need a microphone to capture my audio. Those are like the 3 major things you need. And then obviously, if I have the computer, can I get software on the computer?
That's a good question.
Because
I think that counts as a tool, though.
Dude, what kind of question is this, bro? If you're a creator, you should not limit your tool set. You should be trying to use all the freaking tools you can. I'm a big believer in using the resources that are in front of you. I'm a big believer in utilizing things like use AI to think of video ideas. Use great editing programs to edit your videos. Use all these tools. They're made and built for a reason to help people, so definitely use them. But I will say one of the biggest things that I've struggled with personally is finding a tool that I can actually store my video ideas, my content calendar, all of these different things. And it's really exciting. One of the things we're working on for Blueprint is we're actually building that. It's basically a content calendar, but it's very, very advanced where you can work on your video scripts, you can store your video ideas, categorize them, but also connect them to a calendar for uploads, release, filming dates. We personally have spent tens of thousands of dollars on all types of softwares to do that. They're so expensive, they don't work very well. The software that we're currently using is a very expensive software. We're paying like $1,800 a month for it. It's ridiculous, and it doesn't even work that good. We've tried probably 6 different softwares for video ideas and content calendars, and so we're building our own. For creators, by creators, dude.
As it should be, bro.
As it should be.
On a typical Monday, you guys have creative, and you cross out so many ideas but you
Yo, keep talking, bro. Come
but
on.
you also leave in a lot of ideas, right? How do you decide what not to do when there's so many content ideas to choose from?
It's all about experience, trusting my gut. I know my audience very well. I know what type of videos perform. I know what type of things people want to watch on repeat. It's truly just experience. A lot of people, when they start a YouTube channel, they're like, man, how do I know my audience? How do I know if this script for my video is going to be good? Or how do I know if this video is going to get high retention? Or how do I know this? Or how do I know this? Or how do I know this? You don't. You don't. You don't. You just put it out there and you test it. And you do it again and again and again. And you get feedback and you test. And you get feedback and you test. And you get feedback and you test. And you do that for years. And then you slowly figure out what people like. You figure out what people are attracted to. You figure out what makes them click off of a video. You slowly figure out all these things. And we have creative meetings. The other day, like, they presented me with a video idea that we're working on. There was 200 scenes in the video, almost 200 scenes. And, you know, I crossed out 140 of them probably. But with every single scene I was crossing out, I was asking myself the question of, is my audience gonna like this? Why are they going to like it? What are the character traits of this and why would they like it? And then on top of that, how is this going to compare with everything else in the video? How is it going to align? So I would ask myself those questions, obviously. It's really just experience, dude. Like, think about a professional basketball player. Do you think a professional basketball player is sitting there thinking like, oh man, how am I gonna make this slam dunk? How am I gonna do this? He just knows how to do it. He's been doing it for so long. And that's the same with me and YouTube. Like, I've just been doing this for so long, I know. When YouTube is your whole life and you've posted 5,000 videos, like, you just know. Experience is really the answer, I would say.
Okay, so biggest takeaway from this, focus on the audience. That's the biggest thing you can actually take away from this. And experience is what you say. Question 3, what separates Unspeakable, the creator, versus Nathan, the CEO?
Dang, that's a good question. What do you mean, like the character traits?
Yeah,
Or like, what do you-
basically everything. Basically, like, the mindset behind Unspeakable, but then also you have the mindset behind Nathan that drives $1 million companies and releases like fruit snacks and the mind behind all that. But then also there's times where you're like creating stuff and you're on different projects, and it's not just Unspeakable because you're also have other stuff going on than just the channel.
That's a hard question to answer because if you think about it, Nathan is Unspeakable and Unspeakable is Nathan. But at the same time, like, I think Unspeakable is obviously very happy, very energetic, very excited. And then Nathan is actually very serious, very aggressive, very uncomfortable. I don't like to be comfortable. You know, maybe this is an unhealthy thing and I'm sure I'll figure out how to work it out, but I like to think that my business is always failing, even when months are going good. I actually read a couple books about this, but it's a pretty common thing. It's not really the feeling that I am not thinking that I'm enough, because I know I am doing enough. I'm working so hard every single week. I mean, I'm literally putting in like close to 100 hours every single week, and I've been doing this for 12 years. I work like I just started, you know? But it's that feeling that I know that so easily this could fail. It could so easily be swept out from underneath me. So I always have that like in the back of my head. I'm always thinking about that. I'm always setting up things, pushing myself with that in the back of my mind, knowing that. Does that make sense?
No, that makes a lot of sense, dude.
Is that kind of what you're asking for?
Yeah. Like, if you think about it, it's two separate lives, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the, you know, when I'm on set and I'm being Unspeakable, I'm being funny, I'm being goofy, I'm having a good time, I'm more light, I'm excited. And I have to be like that for the videos, because the videos are fun, dude. Like, we do crazy videos, we fill our house with packing peanuts, and then when the camera stops rolling, I put my serious hat on and I go back on my computer, and it's back to meetings, it's back to work, it's back to grind, it's back to being aggressive, it's back to pushing the team in certain areas that need to be pushed. It's back to interviewing people, finding good players. It's back to figuring out what's next for Unspeakable. It's back to really focusing on ideas, because if we put too much time, money, and effort into the wrong idea, it can crush us for the month. It can make us go negative and profit for the month. There's a lot of that pressure, you know? We have a big team. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of money to pay. We have a lot of mouths to feed, and it's expensive. You know, there's a lot more pressure on Nathan because if he messes up, then it's not just me that's messing up. I'm messing up the salaries and families for like 30 people.
No, that is very true.
Yeah.
Also, like, I do want to say that you are the same person on and off camera. Like, you're always
Yeah.
joking and stuff like that. But again, when that business hat comes on, it's like a very different, like, locked in, I gotta find a solution person. You do presentations for us, like, you literally have the whole team there. Thumbnail team is there, like, you try to make everybody understand. Studios team is there. Literally everybody's there, but you make presentations for everybody to the point where, like, I need the whole team to understand where we're at, and I need them on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just like, I don't just work hard on my YouTube videos. I work hard on our team too. I work hard on, like, I build out entire presentations just to share with our team and on things that I can help them with and all types of stuff. One of the things I'm actually working on this week that I need to talk to a bunch of people about is I'm working on team efficiencies. I'm diving into every process, every area of the business, every single segment to find all the inefficiencies that I can find and operate and maximize and make them more efficient or move things around to make them more efficient. Constantly working on the balance of the YouTube videos, the business, the team, the culture, the other businesses that we have business with, the brand deals, the merchandise, all this other stuff. So it's a lot of moving pieces, bro, to be honest. It can be very overwhelming, but I've been doing this for so long that, like, it's just my life. It's very normal, so.
A very different question. Very nice answer, dude.
That's a good question. Yeah, I like that.
Last question. Very similar to the other one. What separates Nathan, my boss, versus Nathan, my friend?
That's a good question. I mean, look, I'm always going to be friends with people. Being friends with people is nice, but at the end of the day, I think, you know, we're on a team together. We got to execute. We're here to do a job. We're here to make a difference in the world. We're here to make impact. We're here to get paid. We're here to do a lot of different things, build out our future. So I have to kind of balance 50-50 between that. And I have to understand that you're basically on a professional sports team. And as much as I love you and you're my friend, at the same time, I gotta be looking for the best players, you know? So I'm always looking for that. Not to say that I'm always looking to try and replace people. Like, I always work on people. I always build people up. I'll do that for years for people. But if you're not gonna pour the same energy that I pour in, then the relationship's not gonna work out and I gotta find someone else. So I would say that's the biggest difference, is like, you know, being able to equally pour into the friendship, but also understand the goals of the business and not getting lazy or complacent on those, if that makes sense. But Car Talks, dude. Subscribe for the next episode and let me know what car I should drive next. The only one I haven't driven is the SVJ. I really want to do that episode, but the car's just so loud, I don't think Johnny will hear me. So we'll figure it out, but maybe that'll be next. We'll do SVJ.
I freaking love you, man. I just want to say I was employee of the month, by the way.
Oh yeah, you were employee of the month, dude. That's crazy.